So in this session, we try to question and answer through Vision IS site. So question number 1 is, with respect to the Ajivika sect, consider the following statements. First, its central idea was that human efforts play an important role in determining his own karma and ultimately his own destiny. Second, it was founded by Mukhali Ghoshal. Third, Berber caves that belong to Ajivika sects are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So which of the statements given above is are correct? So option C 2 only is correct answer. And why statement 1 is not correct? A central Ajivika idea was that of Niyati fate, the principle that ultimately determined and controlled everything. The human effort was of no consequence in this strictly deterministic doctrine. The Ajivikas were described as fatalists. They believed that there was no free will and everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen is entirely preordained and nothing could change it. Karma and transmigration existed, but human effort played no role in it, as the paths for soul over thousands of years had already been mapped out. So statement 2 is correct. Ajivika was a religious order or a heterodox sect in the time of Buddha, founded by the Mokhali Ghoshal, a senior contemporary of Buddha and Mahavir. Ajivikas were one of the Nastic darshan or heterodox philosophies, as they did not believe in the Vedas. So statement third is not correct. Why? The rock cut cave carved at Berber Hills near Gaya in Bihar is known as the Lomas Rishi cave. Berber caves are a set of 7 rock cut caves dating back to the 3rd century BC. The caves are not a World Heritage Site. So question number 2, which one of the following modifications can be seen in mangroves that help them survive to waterlogged conditions? Aerial roots, viviparity mode of reproduction, salt glands in leaves, or lenticellated bark? So which one of the correct answer codes that are given below? So option D is the correct answer. Mangroves are the characteristic littoral plant formation of tropical and subtropical sheltered coastlines. Mangrove are trees and bushes growing below the high water level of spring tides, which exhibits a remarkable capacity for saltwater tolerance. They are basically evergreen land plants growing on sheltered shores, typically on tidal flats, deltas, estuaries, bays, creeks, and the barrier islands. Mangroves have many special features for adapting to such a stressful coastal environment. Mangroves occur in a variety of configurations. Some species, जैसे rhizophora, send arcing prop roots down into the water, while others, for example, Avicennia, send vertical pneumatophores or air roots up from the mud. So most mangrove vegetation has lenticellated bark, which facilitates more water loss, produces copex. Mangrove exhibit viviparity mode of reproduction, that is, seeds germinate in the tree itself before falling to the ground. This is an adaptive mechanism to overcome the problem of germination in saline water. Some secrete excess salt through their leaves, and some others block absorption of salt at their roots. The root of some mangrove species, for example, Brugueria, Gymnorrhiza, Candelia obovata, form into knees that project above the mud surface to facilitate gaseous exchange. Salt glands are present in the leaves of some mangrove species, Aegiceras corniculatum. Salt glands are used to concentrate and actively excrete the absorbed salt so as to regulate the salt concentration inside the mangroves. So D is the correct answer. Question number third is, which one of the following statements are with respect to horizontal distribution of salinity in oceans? The North Sea records higher than normal salinity due to saline water brought by the North Atlantic Drift. Black Sea records lower than normal salinity due to the fresh water influx by rivers. So C, both 1 and 2 are the correct answer. The waters in subtropical high pressure belts have high salinity due to clear skies, high temperature and high evaporation. The equatorial water records low salinity due to high rainfall, cloudy skies leading to lower evaporation. So statement 1 is correct because North Sea, in spite of its location in higher latitudes, records higher salinity due to more saline water brought by the North Atlantic Drift. North Atlantic Drift, as a part of ocean circulation, brings warm and saline water to polar locations. So statement second is correct. Why? The Mediterranean Sea records higher salinity due to high evaporation. Salinity is, however, very low in the Black Sea due to the enormous freshwater influx by rivers. With reference to this special address by the President of India, consider the following statements. So, first is the special address must take place at the commencement of the first session every year. Then, second, it is a parliamentary convention that is not mentioned in the constitution. It has to be addressed to both the houses of the parliament assembled together. Which one of the statements is are above is are correct? So, A is correct answer. A, having 1 and 3 statements are correct. So Article 87 provides for the special address by the President. Statement second is not correct. Clause 1 of that article provides that of the commencement of the first session after each general election to the House of the People and at the commencement of the first session of each year, the President shall address both houses of Parliament assembled together and inform Parliament of the causes of its summons. Such an address is called special address, and it is also an annual feature. No other business is transacted till the President has addressed both houses of Parliament assembled together. So statement 1 is correct. This address has to be to both houses of Parliament assembled together. If at the time of commencement of the first session of the year Lok Sabha is not an existence and has been dissolved, the Rajya Sabha has to meet. Rajya Sabha can have its session without the President's address. This happened in 1977 when, during the dissolution of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha ended session on 28th February 1977 without the President address. So statement third is also correct. So let us come to know our fifth question of this day. So with reference to DNA damage, consider the following statements. DNA damage is also called mutation. DNA damage results in physical abnormalities in the DNA. CRISPR technology can be used to repair damaged DNA. Which one of the statements is correct? So statement 1 is not correct. It is important to distinguish between DNA damage and mutation, the two major types of error in DNA. DNA damage and mutation are fundamentally different. Damage results in physical abnormalities in the DNA such as single and double stranded breaks, etc. DNA damage can be recognized by enzymes and thus can be correctly repaired if redundant information such as the undamaged sequence in the complementary DNA strand or in a homologous chromosome is available for copying. So statement second is correct. One is not correct, second is correct. Mutation, in contrast to DNA damage, a mutation is a change in the base sequence of the DNA. A mutation cannot be recognized by enzymes once the base change is present in both DNA strands and thus a mutation cannot be repaired. DNA damage often causes errors of DNA synthesis during replication or repair. These errors are a major source of mutation. Then statement third is correct because CRISPR technology can be used to repair damaged DNA. So CRISPR is often recognized as a tool that scientists can use to make changes to DNA, like swapping out a disease causing gene for a healthy one. But what some may not realize is that the CRISPR tool only does part of the work, while CRISPR components cut the DNA at the desired location. The cell's repair mechanisms play an important role in enabling changes to the genetic codes. So thank you.